So with the good news, now we go to what has shocked the industry with the recent announcements. So however, our efforts to continue to excel have been severely hampered by the regulator, the Kenya Copyright Board, and we shall next address this issue. As you may be aware, all collective management organizations and other interested applicants were required to apply for licenses to operate as CMOs in Kenya, and KAMP duly sent its application, and we addressed each and every item required as per the law as submitted in our application. The guiding provisions of the law are sections 46(2) and 4 of the Copyright Act and regulations 3.1, 5, 1 and 3 of the Copyright Collective Management Regulations 2020. When we submitted our application, the regulator asked us only 2 questions that they needed clarity per their letter dated 13th May 2024, and we have attached the copy. One on the definition of members per our memorandum and articles, where we responded and indicated we would be amending the definition to include all rights as approved by our members at our last AGM. And 2, on the balance of scientific distribution, which we indicated was in process and is today completed. With no further clarification sought by the regulator, we then shockingly received the announcement from KECOBO that PAVRISC, formerly PRISC, has been selected as being the most transparent, efficient, and having capacity to collect and distribute royalties for all rights through a press statement dated 6 June 2024. We have since then received a letter from KECOBO citing reasons for denial of the operating license, which we have responded to and hereby challenge. We go on record today highlighting the following issues surrounding PRISC that you may confirm with records available to buttress our statement. 1. PRISC has been cited under a forensic audit report commissioned by KECOBO for theft of royalties belonging to its members. KECOBO as such have the findings as attached herewith as well for your review in evidence. This is not propaganda. These are documented facts. You should see the forensic audit report also attached, and it begs the question, how does a CMO cited for theft by the regulator's own forensic audits then become the most transparent? 2, the theft referred to above also affected KAMP's forensic audit, and we were then required to report to the Directorate of Criminal Investigations, which we did, and were duly issued with an OB number OB41/09/03/2023 as attached. To date, no action has been taken against PRISC and its CEO, Mr. Joseph Njagi, who has been directly implicated in the forensic audit report. We have followed up the matter with the DCI to no avail, and we have also attached this later for your preview. Thirdly, PRISC has not made any formal declaration of distribution of royalties since the year 2022. It is only in 2023 where some funds were selectively paid out to some members as distribution, and mainly members who were most vocal against PRISC for non-payment of royalties. And to confirm this, you may also search for any notice declaring distributions by PRISC in the years 2023 and 24, and you'll find that there are none. Now then, how does a society that has not made any declarations for distribution since 2022 become the selected CMO now entrusted to handle funds for all creatives? How this happened is really unfathomable. KECOBO itself raised the issue in a letter to PRISC dated 13th May 2024, and we have attached this letter as well for your preview, and it stated that these are issues raised by its own members and that PRISC needed to address as its license application was being processed. This is simply a mockery of justice.
We're talking about money going out without a proper explanation. All right? Clear. In other words, if there's an explanation, you have to provide it. So one of those was the one where we reported and said, hey, we've reported, we've asked him to account, he's refused. Regulator, deal with it. They ignored. Now the forensic auditor raised it again and told us, if you don't take action now, it's assumed that you're complacent, you're green, you're now within. That's why we went to DCI. All right? We went, by the way, the letter that is attached here is like the last letter that we wrote. We wrote severally to the DCI and said, hello, he's here. We haven't even summoned him. Up to now, nothing has happened. You can fill in the gaps. You can fill in the gaps. You can understand what's going on. And that's why we are speaking to you. But we've been accused in other platforms of not speaking out about such things. We don't publicly usually, we don't like to do this in public. We have not been brought to this level. So these are not issues of last week. These are issues of 2 years ago. We have been dealing with them. I don't know if any of you was in the parliamentary committee when I spoke about some of these issues. 68 million shillings was owed by one of the leading media houses. 68. Leading media house. The matter was in court. The same Prisk CEO goes and withdraws that case, and the 68 million shillings is lost. We reported it. Members reported it. It went before the National Parliamentary Committee for a whole year. Lema, the member, she was there. Mr. Mkaisi was there. Phil J was there. Many guys were there. Guys, creative industry. How do you sit how are you okay with it? 68 million shillings.
I always say you guys had to crawl so that we can walk. And it's your sacrifices that have brought us here today. And I want to say thank you to you guys for, I've seen how you guys work. I've been walking side by side on this journey of trying to enforce scientific distribution, because this is where the world is at right now. Yeah. And this is where other collection societies also have to head. I want to thank the radio stations and all the media for consistently playing Kenyan music and proving to everybody that Kenyan music is indeed the preferred choice of the people. I also want to thank the fans for requesting the music, for constantly supporting us through our ups and downs and having our backs in all kinds of moments. Mine is just to say this is the first of many. I'm actually imetupatia motisha to work harder sahi. I really want to put out a lot more music, and I want to ask also other artists to do the same, because there's no industry without songs. So let's make sure that we put out a lot of heat and put pressure to make sure that our music is number one. I want to thank the fans for requesting the songs, for supporting us, the media. I want to thank the KAMP, first of all, Yani, for being the first to collect scientifically in 10 years, guys. 10 years. So easy miaka zingine watu wamekuwa collectaje. I wonder because, anyway, I think MCSK and Prisk should follow suit because this is where the world is at. Actually, 21% is only, I think, a fifth. So imagine if these guys are collecting 100%, this figure would have been 5 times the figure it is today. But baby steps, and we're going in the right direction. Asanteni sana, mbarikiwe maze, na tuzidi.
There are people who are paid from the exchequer to take care of ourselves and our economic security. If the DCI cannot take action about our money being lost when there is evidence, what are we talking about? Are we safe as musicians in this country? Are we? We are mourning. We are just mourning day and night, because even our children, a musician or an artist, bears to an artist also. Correct? And therefore, what are we talking about our future in this country as creatives? This is an indication that a lot of money that is supposed to go to the artist pocket are going to those scandalous people. Yeah? We as artists, we are saying this now. We are giving our president, we are putting him on notice, Dr. William Samoei Ruto. We know you have a good heart for artists. We as artists, we put you there where you are. We were singing all day and night to put your government there, promising that you will address our issues. You may have made a good move with good heart, but wrong people. KECOBO, as for us, we believe it is not supposed to exist. We only need to have a desk in AG's office as a reference point for infringement of our copyright.
We're going to create an environment, and we've created an environment and infrastructure that will enable talented Kenyans to be able to express themselves through creative and music and export this sound globally. Ladies and gentlemen, Kenya has global stars, and we're going to be at the forefront of driving that. And it's not going to be possible if we don't have the support of institutions like KAMP. And we really encourage everyone in the industry to adopt new ways of doing things through data, through innovation, and through elevating the industry. Music, creative arts, and entertainment is one of the biggest employers of in this country, actually. So as we move towards that, we just have to continue growing the industry.